Good evening, everyone. Stone the Pigeon, reciting a note from the editor. Today we've got a little message for a YouTube favorite, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogaine. Or should I say Toe Rogan? I keep seeing them calling you that. Toe Rogan. I suspect it's because you look like a toe. But not just any toe, Joe. A toe that looks like it belongs to a man who has sucked and chewed and chiseled away at that toe, swallowing up the jam that they procured from the contents of that undertoe, or whatever. Personally, I've been calling you Joe Rogaine for some time. Sure, it's easy and low-hanging fruit, but as a bald man, I hereby reject your membership into the Bald Men's Club, where, quite frankly, you have no business. That is, among men, for we bald men are men. We're not your fellows. You being a sniveling, sissified sycophant for whoever's propping you up and painting the picture that you're some kind of professor, makes me want to puke. I remember when you propelled to fame by your criticism of that Hispanic comedian dude that nobody remembers. And Joe, nobody's going to remember you either. Because, Joe, fortune favors the bold, and your behavior has been anything but. Except for maybe the boldness you displayed while licking the boots of Jack Dwarfsey of Twitter, who's clearly got to be about the same height as you, which is knee-high to a tadpole. But his immense character, whose visage was emblazoned on the reflection of your polished brow that day, must have overwhelmed you, as you clearly prostrated yourself to his phallic radiance that you so cravenly craved in your anal cavity. I can only imagine that the two of you copulated not long after the conclusion of your conversation. I will say that you have avoided my ire with your interest in the metaphysical and the sacraments that are used to get one there. But I realize that there may have been an ulterior motive to your advertising these things. You being stuck at the Joker, Joe Rogan just being some mammalian mouth noises that you just can't let go of. But Joe, no matter what you call yourself, we know you for what you really are. A little short, weak, submissive, sorry-ass beta bitch boy who blew it. Your casual demeanor while writing off the rest of us who have been cruelly silenced by technocrats who sport their own brand of fascism and who have become the arbiters of what is permissible to speak and what isn't is unforgivable. Listening to you push the line that these are just private companies that can do whatever they want makes me sick. I've heard it said Joe Rogan is Oprah for men. I've seen that very sentence go from a profound idea to a played-out platitude. Indeed, Joe Rogan, you are nothing but Oprah for the low testosterone-stricken masses of misinformed morons that come to your podcast looking for some kind of way to relate to each other. But to think that your problem with Alex Bill Hicks Jones as Sandy Hook is just downright laughable. Joe, the very purpose of freedom of speech is not to make poo-poo pee-pee jokes. It's there to protect the type of things that Alex Bill Hicks Jones says. But Joe, it's clear you're patronizing the very people who you perceive to be in power with your anti-Sandy Hook stance as though that's your line in the sand. Don't make me laugh. Get real, Joe. Anyway, it's obvious that Joe is out for Joe, and Joe is all that matters. And as long as Joe gets to play house with his little podcast, pretending like he's some kind of hub for intellectuals, while acting as a gatekeeper for the people who he seeks to please, like the little lapdog that he is. That's all that really matters, isn't it? Birchstone, signing out.